Yo guys, what's up? King Quaker here. Let me go and turn on my camera. There we go. So today we are just gonna catch up a load of stuff related to Final Fantasy. So we're gonna be checking out the stream from Tokyo Game Show, which just passed 2 weeks ago, or even three. I'm not sure what the date was when the whole thing runs. But yeah, we're just gonna look it up because I just want to remind myself how much I adored the story, the combat design, and the world building that Final Fantasy have been famous for so long. So you know what? Let's check out Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Mind you, that I haven't seen much of it, and then we're gonna play Final Fantasy VI. All right, let's get to it. And for those who don't know who I am, I play mostly fighting games, but I'm also a variety streamer who looks into, let's say, anime, retro gaming, and all that, and like indie games and multiple AAA titles as well. So I'm mostly variety. If this is something that you're into, you definitely come to the right place. Yeah. All right. Sorry for the lack of music. Let me see if I can fix that. Oops, wrong one. Okay, so yeah, I'm at the right place. There we go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth TGS
Oh, there's no
2026
subtitles on
stage.
this video.
Are you enjoying the game show? Fantastic. Everyone, so many people from Japan and outside the country. We are very much looking forward to the stage. My name is Chiaki Matsuzawa, your MC today. Thank you very much for having me. By the way, today we are streaming the stage. If you're watching, please post on X with an hashtag FF7R. Please post on X. Thank you for waiting. Now, let me invite exciting members to the stage. First, Mr. Yoshinori Kitase, producer of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Next, Mr. Naoki Hamaguchi, director of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Okay, I just need to catch up
Today's
quickly.
special guest who loves Final Fantasy and Gucci VII Rebirth. Yoshinori Kitase, producer of Final Fantasy. First, Mr. Yoshinori Kitase, producer of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Okay, so that's just need to see if we can pronounce it right.
Kitase, stage. First, Mr. Yoshinori Kitase, producer of Final Fantasy VII.
Kitase-san, yeah? Yeah, he's an absolute master with all this. You can tell how passionate he and his team
Mr. Naoki Hamaguchi,
are
director
making
of
the
Final Fantasy VII
whole remake
Rebirth.
project a reality,
And today's special guest who loves Final Fantasy
And Amano-san as well.
and even makes become a crystal by himself. His name is Mr. Noda Crystal from the comedian Magical Lovely. Everyone, thank you for
Oh man,
joining
there's
us
Gus.
today. Noda-san, I think your style has changed. Yes, maybe I should change my stage name. It's so heavy, but it's so huge. Cloud, I think he doesn't want to carry this around. It's too huge. He always do this.
That weapon
after each
look
battle.
must be heavy for that guy.
So you should do some special move. No, it's dangerous. Awesome.
I think he's
So,
trying to do that
get the
little
weapon, so
celebration
Noda-san.
pose where Cloud spins his sword around and then put it on his shoulders.
I
would have been gas if that were to happen.
Yes, this is Nomura speaking. Can you hear me all right? Can you hear Mr.
Well, the
Nomura?
community is huge, you know.
Yes, everyone can hear you.
You know
Thank
what?
for having me,
I kind of wish that
Nomura.
I was able to go to Japan
Thank you very much.
just to admire like
Now,
the
Noda-san, so please be seated and
passionate
nice and
gamers from across the globe. You know, learn their culture and stuff like that, especially in Japan.
during the stage. I should carry this around? No. Cloud always carry this around. It's a heavy Cloud. While he's sleeping, he has this sword this way, and when he's sleeping, he always have his sword like this. You remember very well. It's so scary. Okay, so you can carry this around? No, please. So it's dangerous. You should not play around. So Nomura-san is waiting for
Honestly
you
though,
to
I
have
really
a
hope
seat.
that
Please
the
be
synergy
seated, yes. I'd like
system
to
would able
talk
to
about Rebirth. I'm very
change
much looking forward to it. So
how
we can hear a lot
the
of
combat system
news.
works.
I'd
Because
like to know
even though
everything
that I
about this
enjoyed
title, and you can
the
add
remakes,
some spoilers. And what will be the truth about the end of the remake version? Is
combat
also
system,
coming? Yes, I would like to
with
learn a lot into this episode. Yes,
the
please rely on me. I will ask everything. You are so
the
energetic
expectations
today.
for Rebirth is
You're
really
full of
high.
energy.
They just need to make sure that
Well,
they
but we've been
make sure they
expecting
don't
this title for a
change
very long
like
time.
too
Even
much,
Mr.
but
Nomura-san have, like, just
they
signed the
just gotta
release
make
date
sure that
has been announced. What's your frank opinion at the moment?
everything
Kitase-san?
is like
Yes, thank you very much for waiting for this
everything's
title.
got
Yes,
new
the release
variety and
date
stuff like that,
has
you know?
been finally announced. I'm so relieved, but at the same time, we are still working hard so that I can make this more exciting. Thank you. And Mr. Nomura, yes, finally, at last, that is the feeling I have. And I'd like to, release this as early as possible so
Nomura-san.
that I can feel truly relieved. Okay. Something at my hand, there's a camera showing your face, Nomura-san. He has very a good smile. Yes, he's waving to me through the screen. Thank you. Hamaguchi-san, what's your take? Yes, the release date has been finally announced, but at the same time I feel somewhat tense and nervous, so I'd like to make this as best quality
Honestly
as
though,
possible.
I'm
Please
feeling
look forward
nervous
to it.
that
Yes,
they actually
everyone
announced the
looks forward
date
to it. Thank
of the
you.
game to
And
be
Noda-san?
released on February
FF7.
2024.
Everyone
That's
calculates
just
the
means so
remake.
much
Who's
to us to
looking
find
forward
out that
to the next
it won't be
title,
long until we
We'd
actually
like
got
to
hands on the
have
game.
any
But at the same time, I'm really nervous to see how
and
the
also there
actual
should be
story
Sephiroth
and
coming
combat
into
and
the
how
scene, so I'd like to see
the
that.
exploration is about.
So we are reaching
I just feel
that
like,
part then. What
oh
we can
man,
expect
I'm
next
feeling
in this
shaky right
title
now.
is this or that, you know? Yeah, so many things we can expect for this title. Now, we would like to ask for FF7 Rebirth. Kitase-san, could you please explain about this title? Yes. Yes. This is the project to let FF7, the originally released in
Bruh, the person,
1997,
yeah, that
we'd
looks
like to
so
let it
cool. The
come back
projects,
to
you
the
know.
present time.
I
This is the
love the
trilogy.
Living Daylights out of
Covering
remake,
3 titles.
and I just
We'd
can't
like to
wait
keep
to play
as
Rebirth.
many elements as possible
And the
from
third
the
one
original
should
version.
probably
So
be a
that's why
game
we
changer,
made it
not
into
just
trilogy. The
for
previous
like
title
Final
was
Fantasy VII
released
Legacy,
2020, FF7
but
Remake,
the
or
entire
FF7
franchise as well.
Remake Integrate,
I mean,
released in 2021,
surely
but appreciated
no one
by
would
so many
expect
people around
it
the
to
world, and 7 million
change
units have been sold up to now. Thank you
the
very much for
RPG
your
landscape the
cooperation
same
over
way the
time.
original
And
did, but
FF7
with
Rebirth,
the
this is the
remake
second
been
chapter
so
title of this trilogy.
faithful, yet
so
And through
enticing.
the streaming, I'd
It
appreciate to
just
explain a
makes
lot
the
about this
whole thing like
title.
really
Thank you
worth the
for the
wait. For
explanation.
like 10, 20 years
The
we've been waiting
second
on something like this.
title of this trilogy was released, the 7 remake. Noda-san, you played this 1 year and completed, right? Yes, I made it by this time. It was very close. And Escape from Midgard, that was so full of volume in terms of contents. In Midgard, there's something I saw unexpectedly in the title. This is not just a remake of the original title. And also, PlayStation, when you play the original version in PlayStation, you can still enjoy it. And how Midgard is more with high resolution in this stage, or Avalanche trying to let Mako reactor explode, and what kind of impact on the city. It was so realistic, and that was something I appreciated very much. It was very realistic, I see, yes, the escape from the Midgard. And I think there will be new players for this title. So, Noda-san, could you please explain what kind of story you saw in FF7 Remake? Should I? Yes, please. Very much appreciated. You've just finished this title. Yes, you can be humorous, yes, as a comedian. Yes, you're professional to telling a funny story. So when I made a mistake, please correct me. So producer and director will be behind you to monitor you. Okay. So the Final Fantasy VII in the world, there's energy, what is called Mako energy. Oh, that is a starting point. So there's Mako energy in the world, and when you use Mako energy, you can do nice things. That is so convenient. But when you use Mako energy too much, then that will damage your planet. But many people do not care about that, and there's a company called Shinra Company trying to exploit the Mako energy to the extent possible, and there's this organization attacking Shinra Company, that is Avalanche.
Ah, just got a
Avalanche.
titanesis in my ears, like just
Try
need
to
to settle it down. This looks cool. The way they lay out the Shinra members with Sephiroth, uh, and then Cloud's party, along with the members of Avalanche, including Jesse, Wedge. Looks alright still. Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai, yeah? Yeah, the anime is so sick. I've seen that fight between Dai and his dad. It was actually really cool.
Has unlimited Mako energy in their promising land and has the secret to go to this place. Therefore, everybody, all
You
the
know what?
Zero companies
Let me
are
see
trying
if
to
I
capture
can.
Aerith. And let's protect Aerith. That's what they're doing, right? To protect Aerith and the fight against Shinra Company. And somehow they need to flee Midgar. I can talk, right? Yeah. You can talk up to that, which is the initial Final Fantasy VII. But at the very end, I've been told that I can share this with you. I can speak to you. Somehow, the original Final Fantasy VII, the end is different. What's that? What is it? I can't say that. I can't explain that. It might be that there might be something coming off today. The Sephiroth who should have been dead that reappears. So the original Final Fantasy VII
Yo.
is not the same future.
Rebirth has
as
got a
how it
lot
ends.
explaining to do,
So that's
especially
the Final
when
Fantasy remake.
the
Wonderful,
parallel
great.
universes have been
Specify.
intertwined
What did you
where
think about that? That was
Zack
wonderful.
actually survived and carried
So I think
Cloud
the
over to
explanation
Midgar.
of Marco, thank you so
That
much.
was
I was wondering
absolutely
how much I can
insane.
talk, but I'm so glad that you spoke in this rhythm. So of course, there's a lot I can talk, but within this, there's a lot of drama. So Nomura-san, what did you feel about that? So in principle, yeah. In principle, I think in line. So Red 13. What about Red 13? You skipped Red 13. I want to talk about Red 13.
Yeah, Red 13.
But, you were very
Being able to
careful, right?
play
Yeah.
Red
Anyway,
13 in Rebirth
so
is
the voice of Kape
absolutely
Yamaguchi is so
bonkers.
cool.
I can't wait to see how he plays, you know,
The
but
voice
I can
is
tell
so
he
wonderful.
might be an absolute beast, literally, in
So
terms
the
of
way it ended,
um,
you feel that
his
the future is in
aggressive
your
style
hand,
and
which
the
is
way he
from the remake
uses
to Rebirth. So I think that you gave a very
magic
hot
with
explanation. So
the way you
Kitase-san,
utilize the
so there
material
may
as
be
well.
people
He
who
would
want
have
to
been, he
start.
would be a really, really
So I think
incredible
Noda-san's wonderful
party member
explanation for Final Fantasy VII
to
that you haven't
use
played
when
but you would
things
like
are
to
going
start going
tough,
forward.
or you face a
What I would
boss with higher
recommend is
HP.
Final Fantasy Rebirth, as well as the Intergrade, which is the twin
Yo, when the
heart
third game
product
comes out, they're gonna see if they'll be able
until
to
the
put
release of the
all
Rebirth. You're able
three
to make a
discs.
reservation and
Well,
able to play at
you know
a
what?
very good price of
Make that
the
one,
previous title
one, two.
in terms of Final Fantasy Remake. If
You know what? With the third disc, I'm not sure if they're gonna put in like the work with the open world. I think they will, but
Great.
it will be like
So we're so
they're gonna do like
waiting
2
for
or
the
3
Final
discs
Fantasy
for.
Rebirth, but
No, they're gonna do
still,
2 for the third game.
Nomura-san, in terms
They can't
of,
really do like
the Final
3. It's
Fantasy
just too
Rebirth,
much.
can you explain what kind of storyline it has? Sorry, I didn't think you were going to ask me. You have to keep your attention at all times. As Noda-san mentioned earlier, the mystery at the end. If you play this Rebirth, I think you'll be able to see the big picture. So you'll see this. In the original, so after fleeing from Midgar, you come into this big world and you visit various cities and places, and the real travel adventure of Cloud and his fellows starts.
Oh, it looks hard, you know.
And in that, in the trailer up to
I hope
now,
the
they
flashback
haven't really shown
actually
it clearly, but
there's no need to hope. You already seen it
there will
from
be
the
many characters and
from the trailers and all that. The flashback
there's a
between Cloud and
drama
Sephiroth
in those areas.
will be a lot more expansive.
For those who played the
It helps
original,
fleshing out the
would wonder
relationship
whether that character's
between
gonna
Cloud
come
and
back. I'm
Sephiroth,
sure some of you may be worried or
as
concerned,
well as the fact
but
that
almost
we'll be able
I think
to
we've
know
covered
more about
all.
Sephiroth. Even though, like, you'll see
So
his past
there are various
as a young
characters
Sephiroth
with
at
impact
Ever
that
Crisis,
who have not
which
come
the
alongside
game
want
will be
you to
released
stay
on
tuned.
Steam. But
I
you know,
think the area that
the
you
game is
would
gonna be
most
so
concerned
amazing.
is the difference of from the original. But within the main story, I think is covering the original as it prolongs. And as you mentioned in the previous last, of course, there's something that is added. So it's original plus the rebirth, new story, which will kind of come along and duplicate, which is basically the story.
Now I take a look at Yuffie.
So what you just saw, some of you may have
Is she
realized,
wearing
but is Gion,
a kimono?
is from
Wow.
Dog Salsa. So we also have Kilie, who appeared in the previous one. And this person, who is this person? Again, is a question mark and is an interesting point. So I think various characters come up.
When I heard that Vincent is gonna be in Rebirth, I was thinking to myself, bro, there's no way they're gonna let us play him until the third game. And I was so sad when they confirmed that.
was it.
He's gonna be like a AI companion, but it'll probably be good to see how he fleshes out in the game as far as the story and the combat is concerned.
There's a lot of things I'm so curious. So I'd like to ask all of it, but from here we would like to have Hamaguchi-san to ask about the content and explain the content of Rebirth. So for this stage, I'm sure you're all concerned, but how the world map exploration element is, I'm sure you're all
Oh yeah.
interested. So what I've done is that it's going to be a 30-minute stage for me, where I would like to provide the new information as well as the video of the new game, and I would like to give these clues to you. So if you have any questions, you're always
It's
asked
gonna
to
take
ask.
like hundreds of hours to explore everything that the semi-open world is concerned, even bigger than Final Fantasy 16, even though the open world in 16 is actually massive and very darkly beautiful in its own way, but the open world for 7 has always been this huge, and with this team, they're trying to respect that by trying their best to... Oh wait, we're gonna check out
So we start from here.
the gameplay, innit?
So
Okay.
we just open the door. So this is the
I reckon
Grassland area. So Cloud
this is
has
the
fled from
beginning
Midgar
of the game.
and are
Like,
going to the south,
probably they're
Midgar
gonna do a
in the
tutorial
Grassland
with
area.
a boss and whatnot
And
before
it's
actually
staying in a
allowing
town
you to
in a
step
place
out
called
into
Kalm. But
the
Shinra
open land.
have heard that the Avalanche are staying there, so are attacked and are escaping from Kalm, which is here. So in terms of the Rebirth game experience, will start from here. So the world map characterizes is how we've shown. And in the previous promotion, the reason why we show this was that meaning. So this is the field. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're gonna
This is the
definitely
field.
gonna
Is this the
show us
field?
towns and
What's
like
this?
huge secrets
So it's in this
to be
field
explored.
that
I think this is
world
going
map,
to
we
be...
have it as
This
one
open
space,
land is
and
going to be
within
its
that,
own
we have
character
this grassland
because
area,
of
areas, and within that
how
area,
well it'll
the
reward
stars
you
as
for
well as
exploration the
dungeons
same
that
way
are
like the other open
seamless
world games
as a
does,
big
but
world map.
in a more Final Fantasy perspective.
So it's like an open world. So it's like a very flexible, free world. So you're able to go through the lands which are connected, and you're able to feel directly the Final Fantasy Rebirth world. So if you actually live in this world, this is the kind of distance you have. So in this grassland area, it's only a part of this world area, and it's just a 2-kilometer area. So even if you explore this, it won't end.
It is so realistic. I was wondering how you're going to create this field, but we made it. Without making it, I think all the fans waiting for the remake will not be satisfied, so we made this. Fantastic. These areas, you have all the areas surrounding all the planet that is so beyond description. You'd like to go everywhere. Now they
There
are
we
ready
go.
to start. And in this title, you can go various places of the world map as well as change party members as you'd like. This time, I'd like to show you how you can switch a various party members, and you can switch from the command
Oh, wow.
pane. You don't have to use PHS.
You can actually switch members in real time, you know. I wonder if you can do that during a fight.
So it's so modern. You can use smartphones to switch parties. And going back to the game, you can see the abilities far where we'd like to take a look at it. There will be encounters with enemies, yes. And in terms of the distance, about 1 kilometers or so, you will be walking in that direction. So I'd like to give some explanation, walking along the
I
road.
bet it'll
and in front
take
of
you
can
like
see some
30 to
enemies.
40
So
minutes
we'd like
to walk
explain
from
battle system. This
one
time
side of the
system,
map
we
to the
have
other.
a synergy system. There's a synergy ability and synergy skill. First, I'd like to start with synergy skill. Crowd is utilizing the power from Aerith, and Tifa uses the power from the magical power from
I might
Aerith.
need to go ahead and play Remake again when I can.
Air, and you can just guard or charge the attack, or combination.
Just need to make sure I get my
technical, a synergy
combat
can be
flex at the
applied.
ready
You
because
do
this
not have
game is
to
going to be
use ATBs,
so
so you can use this
so
while
sick.
ATB gaze is filling up. This is something different from the first title. You can see more technical aspect of the battle. You do not have to wander around while the ATB gauge fills up. Yes, you can use combination attacks. And the synergy skill, Crowd Aerith combination, and Aerith Tifa combination was shown, but we have every combination of every party member for that synergy skill, so please learn every combination and synergy skills as you'd like. You picked various items on the field. Yes, there are so many items on the field, and some of you have played this on a trial, but there's a crafting or item transmutation system is adopted.
And there's the
you can
new
pick
pause
some
button.
dropped items from the
Because you're
enemies
playing on
and
the
gather
PS5,
various items,
they'll be
and
able
you can
to create
craft or
a
transmute
much
various
more
items. You can use a potion. By doing so, you can
real-time
create various items, and when you become more
pause
mature,
menu
a defense
with
skill
the
or
actual
armor
in-game
equipment,
models.
or you can reinstate
Looks
your
impressive.
gears. And this can be used from the start to
I
the
wonder
end of the
if
game.
this is
Please
actually
use this
Unreal
item
Engine 4,
transmutation or
which
crafting
would be a
function.
good decision if they actually do that so they
Something
can
we saw in the previous
actually
titles at
make the
time of
world as
Final
big
Fantasy
and
V or so,
much
many
more in
people like this
depth
kind of
as
game. That's
they want it to
true.
be.
Please pick
Or they
everything on the
made it
field.
in Unreal Engine
And then
5.
I'd like us to
Because
ask you to exploit in
the
field. So there's so many
textures
field
and all
areas
that
you
did
can
seem to be a lot more,
go down from here. Yes, from the hill. And also you can
and the
climb up
foliage
to the
looks a
hill.
little bit more realistic than
There are so many
what I
field
saw
actions
in the
prepared
remake, at least
for
on the PS4
this
side.
title. Oh, you can move very freely. Compared to the previous title, there's more flexibility in movement, and also this you can see some animals walking around. And also, everybody loves this Shinra boxes. You can identify Shinra boxes. Everybody would like to slash off Shinra boxes, so please slash them off. In addition to that, as you
Wow, there's a chocobo.
there's a
And
very
there's
small
like
chocobo, and you can
some sort
follow
of
the chocobo,
chocobo stop in it.
and he
That's
says
probably
to
good
follow.
for fast
And
travel, yeah?
we can see some signposts. And when you fix this signpost of the game, you can use this as a fast travel point. And from the world perspective, this chocobo will be very delighted to see. So cute. And after fixing signpost, you can create trust with this chocobo, and you can give some reaction to this chocobo. So cute. And depending on the area, the reactions may vary. So please try it. And you can use this as a fast travel point as well as these benches. Oh, fantastic benches. But this is different. Oh? Oh, he's using cushion. And in the world map, so the benches are so old and dirty, so you need to use cushions. I think Cloud would like to use cushions when he'd like to sit on a bench. So you recover your life point, then we'd like to show you Red 13, give you some explanation of Red 13. Red 13 is designed for the near-range attackers.
so
you
good.
can show various special moves close to enemies, and you can charge your ATB gaze to use a very powerful ATB skills. I'm going to use this. This is very powerful. It is very useful move, Stardust Ray. And Red 13 has another special one, that is the Vengeance Gauge. When you protect or guard the attacks of enemies, you can charge Vengeance
Wow.
gauge, and when you feel that, you can
Red's
go
mobility
into
is
the Vengeance mode
absolutely
with special
insane.
abilities you can use
Not to
in that state.
mention
It's not
his
that Red
magic's
13 can just go
explosiveness.
into the enemy's attack, but also you can guard the attacks from enemies. Then you can use very special mode Red 13, and you can do counter, and that is very refreshing. So Red 13 has been very differentiated from other characters, so please enjoy playing and using Red 13. Red 13, I'd like to play this character, which we could not use in the previous title, and many fans were complained about that.
Of course you can swim. Honestly though, I thought
Use Red 13, and you can swim in the river.
wasn't
You
that
can swim in the
Shadow,
river or in the ocean.
but
Maybe
it was just a good demonstration that you
that's
can
all.
actually do more than
Not
just
just
running and all that.
swimming, you can climb up ropes, or you can use wire hooks. There are so many various world actions so that you can enjoy exploring the various places of the world. You can swim, and you have 260 meters to the destination. The field is so big. This time, as I mentioned earlier, this is something you can see. Cloud would like to rent a chocobo to the Swamplands. Swamplands.
Oh wow.
So I think you can tell when you play the original version, you can see. So we are going to Chocobo Ranch. We are going to Chocobo Ranch so that we can go to the Swamplands. Everybody loves Chocobo Ranch, and he's the Bill, Chocobo Bill. I will ignore him this time, but you can meet him
No,
here.
don't ignore the
Yes,
Chocobo
just
Bell.
to show a glimpse of him.
At the very least,
Now
we're
we are here,
gonna see.
and we here would like
This
to rent
cutscene
Chocobo so
right
that we
there.
can go to Swamplands. And in this title, Chocobo offers various characteristics. Some Chocobos can climb up a hill, or some Chocobo can fly in the sky, or some go over
Alright,
the
just
water
gonna go
sea
to the
at a
restroom,
very high speed. And you
and
can
then
use
I'm just
Chocobo
gonna
to
come
go
back. But
various
this
places.
game
That
is
one of the
absolutely amazing.
uniqueness of this title. And this Billy, Chocobo Billy, when you play the last title, you should remember a Chocobo Sam, but there are people owning Chocobo or farming Chocobo is something we try to be detailed about in this title, and this Chocobo Billy is very important character in this title. I see. Yes, and now we are now trying to rent the Chocobo, but we were asked to catch a chocobo who went away from the ranch. Now we are going to catch a chocobo. In the original version, do you remember how we catch chocobo? I think this was chocobo and other monsters, and we should kill monsters other than chocobo, right? Yes, that is correct. Yes, that reminded me. Yes, good memory. And in this title, how we are going to get chocobo is something I'd like to show you and explain to you from now. Thank you. And she's Kuroe, sister of Chocobo Billy. Now, after catching Chocobo, Chocobo Billy will tell you how to ride on the Chocobo. Now we are going to catch a Chocobo. In this title, as with the original version, you should follow track and footprints. That is the homage we've made. I remember that, yes. In the original version, that was some symbolic, but in this title, you can see the actual footprints here. It's so real, and you should follow and track these footprints of Chocobo. In the original version, we couldn't make it, but this is actually what's happening in the title. You should follow the Chocobo footprints in this manner, and as you walk in the world map, you can identify Chocobo footprints, and you can trace them back so that you can move forward, and then you can meet a bunch of Chocobo groups.
In the original. So yeah, we found Chocobo. So let's go and capture Chocobo. So how do you think that we're going to capture Chocobo in this one? Using a net? Using a net, right? So let's actually try it out. So how are we going to capture Chocobo? In this one, it's a Stella's mini game for capturing the Chocobo. So in the Stella's mini code, so that Chocobo doesn't realize, we are very careful so that we don't have ourselves in the side of Chocobo. So this is the first one, so it's very easy. So if you're very careful of Chocobo not looking at you, so we said that there are Chocobo with various capabilities, but it's coming to become more and more difficult. So when it becomes a red Chocobo, it's going to be difficult. But even if you fail, you can retry. So there's no penalties. I want you to make a lot of opportunities. So you want to move when Chocobo's not looking. And where you see it over there is Pico, is the Chocobo you want to catch this time around. It's very careful, it's hiding, but I think they will realize it's very good to detect. So in those cases, very cute, but staring at you, right? So in this case, you want to throw a stone so that you're able to divert the view and capture during those times. So by throwing a stone, you're able to divert the view. So this is the opportunity. So during this opportunity, you go and you get on. And this is like when a cat feels safe when you grab. Chocobo feels a sense, and then you can become very close with Chocobo and able to utilize Chocobo because you have this bond, you have this trust relationship. Oh, and you can provide the Giza green. And as you explore the world map, you will be utilizing Chocobo quite a lot, not just riding, but it has various parts. And you're able to customize various things, so you're able to customize the Chocobo and create your own Chocobo as you explore the world map. So cute. You feel like this sense of affinity. Red 13 seems to be very wary. So I think they might be feeling something. So Chocobo is a bit hungry, so he's going to go back to the branch. So it looks very happy. So he's come back. So as you just saw, the world is vast, which I think we've been conveyed. So going back to Chocobo's branch, going back to where you come is a bit of a troublesome. But for those places that you've visited before, you can register that as a fast track. So very fast action. So I want you to utilize this fast track function. And over there you see Chocobo already back in the ranch. Yes, Chocobo's back. This time, Chocobo wants to capture you right and then you go to exploration, but this is the first Chocobo, so it's a tutorial. So this time we've had the Chocobo to come back to the ranch to provide various lecture. So we're going to prepare, and so the old green Chocobo Green is saying, please wait. So utilizing this time, we want to showcase some of the elements of the explanation of world map whilst we wait for Chocobo to finish eating. So we're going to go out, and then, oh wow, it's Chadley. Chadley, have you forgotten me with those cute eyes? If you say I don't remember you, Chadley will sleep. But of course we remember Chadley, and of course all of you would remember Chadley. But in the combat intel, we provided, and by accomplishing that, it came up with something. So Cloud was prompted, so said that Chadley said, I want to go to the world map. So he's now made his research to world map. So by exploring the world map and from the knowledge that you've developed, you're able to develop the material. So basically, he's saying that, let's cooperate together. So I think Chadley has a story of his own. So he wants to this is a very important element to explore the world map. He's saying that Sheila,
Wow, the fact that you can actually catch a chocobo, like, like what we just seen here is absolutely amazing, bro.
So activating various communication towers, able to expand the areas he is able to explore, and is saying that let's expand this world map. So it's a game to explore the world map, and that is his intention, and Cloud also focuses on
Exactly.
that too.
Exactly.
So the Remnant Wave Tower,
These are
we're
one
going
of
to
the
initiate
things that allows us to
So
explore
he's saying it's
when
very close
interacting with
by,
these
over
characters
there.
and going over to
It's just there.
whichever location it is. I mean, I
So
think
it's
you
better
can
just
do
you go
that,
there
but
yourself because it's so close. So
the
the
fact
world
that
is going to be in your hands.
you're actually
But
rewarded
first,
for that,
he's saying let's do it together.
just
So let's
it's
first initiate the
just
first one,
incredible, man.
activate the first one.
Unlike any other.
So like this. So Chadley is in the world map, so we've given him a new uniform like a Boy Scout costume. So as you can see, under the Remnant Wave Tower, there's the activation terminal. So this is by putting in the module that was received earlier, the Remnant Wave Tower will be activated. So we've been very careful with the mechanics here. So this has the fantasy elements and the light elements, which is the Final Fantasy VII. Wow, it's really good for my heart, I suppose. So by activating the Remnant Wave Tower, the world map close to the Remnant Wave Tower, you're able to detect, and Chadley knows where they want to explore or investigate. So like this. So Chadley is searching, investigating, and then, as you can see, on the area maps, the area Chadley wants you to investigate will appear. And by initiating these requests and executing that, you're able to develop various materia, which is the objective Cloud and Chadley. So currently we're going to activate the Remnant Wave, and we've done some analysis. So let us develop one materia. So let us develop a materia. So you're able to develop various materia, but from where you want to develop, the user is able to choose. So there's various things. So you're able to develop and select the one that you want to use, like this. So there are various material you've never come across. So there are very convenient materia. Oh, very interesting. Noda-san loves materia. I love materia. So Charlie's request, there were a couple. So let us try one. So it's around 800 meters difference. So from Calm to Chocobo Ranch, it was 1 kilometer. So I think it's roughly the same distance. But now Chocobo's ready. We're going to ride on Chocobo and see how convenient Chocobo is. Okay, we're going to ride on Chocobo and go to the place, go to our destination. That one, that Pico, right? Pico is ready. So we're going to whistle. Oh, Pico's come. So Red 13 too. So that's Red 13, right? They're riding. Red 13's riding. Wow. So as you can see, Chocobo's running. Sometimes Chocobo realizes, detects something. So from the smell, if you smell, the wild rabbit has the tendency of digging or putting something on the ground. So if Chocobo makes a response, I want you to proactively use Chocobo. So Chocobo, you don't want to capture a wild rabbit, so very cute, huh? That's the Moogle House. Moogle House. Did you realize? It's Moogle House. I loved Gold Saucer, so I don't have time, so we have to skip here. They could give you a bit of a medal, right? So as we proceed, very quick. And this time, the combat request of Chadley will be conducting, but normally there are various like mini games and the story to analyze and to be able to solve the mystery. It's really fast, but due to time this time around, we will be explaining the one with the combat. So we've arrived.
Chocobo is very helpful. It's so quick. And you can see the monster a guide system will give you an explanation on each monster's enemies. You can see the explanation of the monster, why the monster lives in this place, and how they live in this area. It's like explanation at the zoo. So it's like audio guide. And it's not the key tips for combat. The world map content of Chatterley is not something that you let players to grow and increase levels, but rather we wanted to create a story behind all of the elements in the world. It's not that you are just fighting and defeating enemies, but I'd like you to know the details about each monster and how they live. That is something we created in this content, and then you can combat them. So it's like a well-created living environment, and here you can see very strong monsters. And a trial play, you can battle with this monster, but you should be well prepared, or you'll be killed, beaten by these monsters. They are so strong and powerful. And here I'd like to talk about synergy ability. Is different from synergy skills. You should charge the gauge and consume the gauge to use that synergy ability. And how you can charge this synergy gauge? When you consume ATB gauge, then you can charge the synergy gauge. So when you use ATB more and more, then you can increase and charge synergy gauge. So you should consume ATB gauge. And by doing so, you can use the synergy ability. And if you'd like to show the synergy ability between Cloud and Red 13, and then you need to increase the synergy gauge of both characters, Cloud and Red 13. So I should switch characters and increase the gauge. So switching characters would lead to better battles. That is something we'd like to highlight. You should not use just one character, but you'd like to charge synergy gauge, switching characters, and then you can use move. In the previous title, you can just use Cloud only, but in this title, you can use various characters, and in doing so, you can utilize synergy ability, which would be good for playing this game. You can see the gauge is charge is on the increase. And would like to release the synergy ability. They are so strong. We see the life point AP is on the decrease. I think you should cure yourself. Yes, let us cure ourselves. Be ready, and after this attack, we'd like to use the synergy ability. No. So invincible. Aerith is creating magic. Yes, okay. Then chain ability. This is a synergy ability, and we are going to use a savage assault. So cool. This is so cool. Yes, this special move, Synergy, is so fantastic, and each character offers various synergy abilities, so please learn them and use them to the extent possible. There's every combination, every character, right? Yes, that is correct. And that is the exploration of the map, the world repo of the world intel of the Tatooine, and you can see the map is so big, so large. There is so many unexplored areas. And this time, some of you may know, you can play a mercenary quest. Mercenary quest, there are so many people in need. You can start quests. When you go to cities, you can start various quests. You can see some green icons on top of some of the people, and then you can talk to them, and they will ask some quests to you. And this one is the governor of Khan. There's a Mako Tank in Khan, but they are in short of Mako from Mako Tank. They are in worry, but I will ignore him because I don't
Holy
like Khan.
smokes.
But this is Khan.
The town is huge and it's got so many shops and places to visit. Wow, this is
So many
insane.
people living here.
No wonder they put it on next gen.
As you are walking around in the city, it's difficult to identify who's in need. It's cumbersome for some people. And in this world, you have very nice functions. You don't have to go around. There's a notice board at the city where people will give notice on quests. So as you can see this is the notice board. When you see notice board, you can see some quests or requests on the board. So from here, you can start quests. It's so helpful. So just an example, I'd like to pick this one that is Livestock Bane. This is the quest. You can start initiating the quest, or you can do several tasks in parallel as you move forward in the story. It's not that the tasks would be discontinued. You can just continuously receive quests as many as possible, and you can complete tasks as you'd like. I see. Now, in this quest, as time is limited, I'm going to use fast travel, where I've never visited, but you need to go to that place to use fast travel in the original game. And this is the person who's in need and the client. In this quest, maybe we need to dig deep about these characters, or they make some requests to solve problems for them. So by finishing various quests, you can learn many things about this world. So in the original, I skipped or I went through without doing anything, but no, Calm is the first place you go to in this title, so you can do many things, not just characters. Together with Cloud, there's some character playing the major role. In this quest, Red 13 is with Cloud, so Cloud plus someone from your party will play mercenary, and by doing so, you can build trust and better relations with Cloud, and you can imagine how that will play out in the later part of the game. And then the livestock was attacked by some monsters, and Cloud was asked to do some investigation. And Red 13 is so excited to look into the scene. Red 13 is so in a hurry. He's like, and a dog chasing sheep is so motivated. And when you look into this place, you can see the story will unfold. In Red 13 says it's been several days since the enemy attacked here. Is so demotivated after finding that out. And Cloud says that we should rely on Chocobo, and Chocobo in this world has a very good sense of smell, and better than Red 13. Not just wandering around the world map, but also there are so many quests and you can problem solve with Chocobos. And Red 13 does not like Chocobo will overtake his ability, but when you scent on the Chocobo, then you can track the scent path. Red 13 says, well, I can track this. Red 13 is trying to compete against Chocobo. But when you lost the track of the scent, then you can smell again so that you can see the route of the scent. And when you follow this along, you can move to the next phases of the story. So Chocobo is very important, not just wandering around the map, but also various quests in the title. And this is how it works. 30 minutes have passed. It's so fantastic. And from this and onwards, please play it by yourself. So this is something I can show you. It was so quick. Well, we are still in Calm, the first city, and there are so many things in front of you in the story. There are so many things we are to know. I'm interested in the Swamplands. I'm so intrigued, and not just Chocobo. There's so many volume contents. And this is the first area. This is just the first city, but so many things that we learn here. So many contents till the end of the title, right? That is correct. So fantastic. And the battle system, combat system, it looks so exciting. Yes, it is well crafted, and also in the trial play, many people touched on that, and we received very good feedback and very delighted. Yes, we'd like to consider what would be the best approach to move in the battle, not just combating battle, but also Chocobos, not just vehicles, but it's like they are party member in a way. Yes, and they are so cute.
The field, but even up to here, we've had a lot of volume. So, Hamaguchi-san, there is something that you still want to show. So today, on this TGS stage, we wanted to showcase the video or the title. But normally, if I planned that, it would take 2 hours just for my part. So, but the director said that you can't have all of the TGS. Of course, that's no surprise. But so this time around, I kind of shrank it into a half an hour. So the basic systems of the game, I've only been able to explain that, but there are the fluent variety of the games which I was not able to explain, showcase today. So I would like to have this opportunity, because you're all here, to cut some part, and a lot of people are participating online too. So today we would like to share some new information. Therefore, there are various informations, and it's information only for Grassland. It's not everything, but I'm so glad I came here today. So I've kind of made that into 2 to 3 minutes video. So I would like to show this for the first time. Great. Please. So you're able to make reactions. Please feel to make. So this is the Moogle house, the one we saw earlier. So cute. So it's like a mini game. So Moogle house mini game. And
Wow, the Moogle mini game. Oh, that's amazing. Who are these goons?
Are coming to the world map together with
Hey guys, sorry for turning up late. Man was just resting up. But no, I kept an eye on the stream.
they've been beaten. So they're characters that are loved. And in this one, we also
Queen's
have
Blood?
a card game. And this card
Ah.
game is that
I wonder
there's a
if they've
story.
got the
So
more realistic version
from
of
the start till
I
the
wonder
end,
if
you're able
they
to play during the game.
got the
I
actual
just showed
version
you
of the
just a
game.
bit.
They got like the actual pack of cards for us
As
to
I
like
said,
buy
you're
and
able
just
to
indulge on
customize
it.
and attach parts.
Because you know
What
what?
was that
This
card
looks
game?
so cool.
So I'm showing you bits and pieces. So this is different from Chocobo Race, but as a tutorial
Oh, wow.
is Chocobo for you to be able to get used to Chocobo. This itself is enjoying. So the characters we saw earlier will appear on Quest, and you're able to see the relationships and the background of these characters. This is where Aerith is the protagonist. So the theme is the flower in terms of the quest. So in the previous one, we saw this, right? In the previous title, I think they were picking flowers. Aerith was picking the flowers, and not just the monsters we saw earlier. There
Oh, wow.
are very strong monsters that appear if you are able to conquer some
That's a
requests.
strong dragon right there, cuz.
So this one is a very strong one. So this, if you are able to finish a certain condition, it appears. It's a very rare monster. So there's the piano. Oh, piano.
Already seen this on Twitter.
Can it be? So it's now like a different game. So it's now a rhythm game.
This looks familiar
Wow,
to
they're
Ellie's
playing. It's a
guitar
rhythm game.
mini game, like in
So there's
Lost Wars
more
Part 2, but
songs that he can play.
this one's looked a little bit more
Where
that.
is this place?
And
Where is
Wutai
this?
as well. They're actually showing the town of Wutai, but I
Oh, I'm
think
so
they
true.
said
What
they're
was
not gonna
that?
they're not gonna
So if
present
you
it
do that,
for
it would have
the
taken
second
2
game
hours,
until the
and
third
the
game, but
director
they're gonna
said,
do
"I can't
something with it
present that."
for
So you showed me
Rebirth.
bits and pieces. This is like I wanted to see many. I'm intrigued by all, but there were mini games. There were card games. What's that? So can you play that everywhere? Yes. So there's one story within it, and with the card players, you're able to resolve the mystery and solve,
Oh,
and
right.
it comes to a very heartbreaking or heartful end. So how much can you play? So if you play a stopping by, you won't be able to reach the main part. So there's a lot. So rather than doing everything, it should be that you should be selective and do the things that you like. And then
Look how
once
many
you
people
go
carrying their
through the
portable
story, you
fans
go
lag.
back, or once
So I
you've
know the
cleared
venue doesn't
game,
have any
you go back. So I think it's really dependent on the individual.
air cons.
Wonderful. And we also saw the piano. The piano, those who played, I'm sure it's a reminiscence. So you will get the final heaven. You remember this? So I would like to go and capture the final heaven. Actually, today I showed you a video, but I said it was for the grassland, but there are different information. So the piano is one in a different area. And the reason why I include that today is because that minigame, I wanted Noda-san you to play today. So it's like a sound game. It's a sound game, but that sound
Just in case I
game
can't go gym tonight.
it has very original in terms of the operability. So to operate the piano, play the piano is difficult, right? So you have to be careful of your right hand, left hand. Yes, of course. So much pressure on me. I wonder if I can do it. Okay, you will. Can I play? All right, we have it over there. So this is the play corner. Wow. So this is the RL, so right hand, left hand. So we're going to switch to the screen.
Oh, wait, my guy's actually playing the piano mini game.
Like the one in the
Okay.
original. So you're able to play the piano with this. So this is really quite real. So you can play like a real piano. So I want you to play the songs that you like and like you to share that. So you can really become a piano master. So I might be able to play one song, right? Yes, the developer staff was able to play and show that to everybody. I'd like to see that. It might be a concert out of here. So this time, if you press the button in the middle and select the song, so Final Fantasy VII, whether you're Aerith camp or T-Hack team, the user is able to discuss. But today I'm going to be nasty,
Wow.
and we have the theme for Aerith.
My arms are
and
shut.
So, Noda-san, I want you to showcase.
So I
which
done
camp
like
you are.
around 22
Are you Aerith camp or Tifa camp?
per arm. 22 reps per arm.
Okay.
Oh wait, is there even a
I'm
leaderboard
going to pick Aerith because I've no
for this
choice.
online for this
No
minigame?
choice, but I'm going to.
Because if there is, I'm gonna play the living heck out of that.
So yes.
I remember the time when my
So you've got this Buster Sword as you play.
when I used to have a piano
So
lesson
there's the countdown. Come on.
when I
go.
was young.
Oe. Okay, got it. Got it. Nice. Okay. Okay, it's so difficult. But you're doing it. You're doing it okay. Okay, I got it. I got it. And then the songs come along. Wonderful, lovely. You got it in an instantaneously. Yeah, I got it. You're doing well. You're doing well for the first time.
Wow.
Considering it's your first time.
That music's get me a little bit more emotional, you know.
So you're using the analog stick, so not just the right hand side. If you have to use your left hand side,
This
unless
minigame
you do conjure
for the
panic.
piano is
And the music,
kind of
there
enticing
are
because
various music notes in the world.
this just shows Cloud in his most subtle moments. Like he's using piano to expressing how he feels about his life, the time where he met with his friend Zach, what happened to him back in Crisis Core,
This is
how he
little
met his
treat
friends,
song.
and then in the remake, unfortunately, he lost his friends, stuff like that.
Very, very well. Well done. It's so exciting.
Rank
I
C?
could play this forever.
Wow.
Rank
He's not happy about that.
I think I can just play this. Yes, there are so many mini games in this title. It's so great to have this in FF7. Some players will just play this mini game. There will be so many other musical pieces and songs, right? That is correct. And if it's not sufficient, you can just free play the piano. And you can
Need to be
play
careful with my
some
arms.
original audio here using this piano. Well, I think
With my
I'd
joints,
like
I
to
mean.
ask professional piano players to play this. And when you play piano, and then you can do a good performance, and it takes some time to get used to it, but pianists can play it well. As you get used to it, you can play more difficult pieces.
Because I haven't been gym for like a couple of weeks, I need to see if I can step it up.
I'm looking forward to so many people uploading their
As far
piano
as
performance on
building
various
muscle,
media. And I'm just
getting
wondering
some
in what
nutrition
kind of
and
circumstances Cloud
getting
will
some
play this
protein
game.
in.
You like that? Yes, of course.
You know.
I like that. There's so many drama within the piece, this theme. Nomura-san, I think you look very delighted to see his performance. Nomura-san, what's your take? Yes, I see so many exciting faces at the stage.
I wish I was one of them. I wish I was in Tokyo right now, bro.
And I'm looking.
Wait. Wait. That's it? Wow. We actually spent so much time on the stream that we started from here to there. Okay. Not bad. Alright. Let me quickly stop that. So, guys, what do you lot think? Do you think Rebirth's gonna deserve a game of the year next year? I'm just gonna hope and pray that happens. Same with 16. I hope both Final Fantasy win game of the year. Right. Let me quickly take a break, and then we're gonna move over to Final Fantasy VI, yeah?